Alright boys and girls, recently for Military Mondays I've been doing live streams, and I used to actually do videos of old footage and photos and stuff, so I thought I'd do one of them again. And I found some footage from adventurous training back in 2015, so I'm going to share that with you. But first I just want to talk about the best thing, one of the ways that they sell the army to you. So the best thing is traveling the world and doing stuff, and often enough army recruiters will lie to you just to get you into a post or a job or whatever, but one thing that they don't lie to you about is actually adventurous training. Best part of the army is that you can go all over the world. I went mountain biking in Canada, skiing in Austria, all over the place. I've been skiing, went sailing in Kiel in Germany, amazing stuff. They never ever lie about adventurous training. In the winter, you're typically, if you're with a REME battalion or a large unit battalion, you'll do a lot of AT and adventure training because there's so many companies and different deployments and stuff. So there's always a company or a squadron that's on adventure training and stuff. So when it's your turn, if you get it in the winter, you'll be doing skiing, or Olympics, winter Olympic sports, Nordic skiing and triathlons and stuff. And then in the summer you have mountain biking and hill walking, maybe surfing, whatever you want to do. There will most likely be a club that you can join and do that sort of sport. Well-funded regiments, one of the regiments I went to was very well funded. We went skiing in the Alps for 10 days, and I think I paid £80 to go, and out of the £80 at the end of it, I actually got the £80 back in overseas days, and also I got a free jacket and stuff, and 10 days skiing. So I actually earned more money going skiing than I did paying to go. And it was just a contribution, so I think all in all it's going to cost £600 with funding from the regiment and from company funds and personal contribution. It cost £8. So skiing and sports like fitness and everything, how they are able to justify doing a lot of sports and stuff is actually benefits towards teamwork as well as social bonding and stuff. So and it's physical education at the same time, because a lot of the sports that the army does, like football, rugby, hockey, they're all physical sports that require a lot of a good level of fitness. So the army can often pass off sports and physical activities and adventurous training and stuff often as fitness training, and it's within the budget, so you will more than likely get funded to go somewhere nice. We went to Kanselvand, which is where this footage is from. So back in 2015 when we went, we did a 2-week sort of boot camp at the bottom of the hill, and then we spent 8 days up on the top of the mountains skiing around, and it was brilliant. Best time of my life. We had money that paid for a dinner. Our accommodation was paid for. We stayed at the REME Lodge. Excellent facilities, loved it there. And we also had other free bits and pieces in the days, like packed lunches, evening meal, everything was paid for, and we only needed money for spending on souvenirs, fags, whatever you want. So one thing the best thing about the army is the ability to go adventurous training and doing things that you'd never normally do. And there's the funding to join teams and competitions and take part in social events and meet up with other units and socialise. So for me, the best part about being in the army is the sports and adventurous training. So here's some footage. I did record this on, I don't think it was even a GoPro, it was the first sort of action cameras, and it was recorded over a couple of days, and it's just bits and pieces. So I wanted to share with you some footage of actually what it's like. It's very chilled out when you go adventurous training, and often it's a good time to put in some FaceTime with the higher ranks and get to know everybody a bit better. And it's just a good way of blowing up some steam, especially as a unit or a regiment, whatever you are. It's a good way to get to know each other better, as well as the chain of command. And you often, if you're new, it's often a chance for you to gain some respect and get into the group, if you know what I mean. So enjoy the video. I'll let it just outro itself. So thank you very much for watching, and see you all Thursday, I think, is the next video. So take care, be somebody, and I'll see you all later.